Since iQOO released its first product in 2019, iQOO has always been the official phone for KPL events. This is also the first time that Android phones have become the phone for top mobile esports events. iQOO undoubtedly has a high starting point of the debut is the peak, and iQOO has always been giving back to events and users, with an excellent gaming phone review. Now iQOO has released a brand new iQOO 11. After succeeding the previous Big Brother as the official machine for KPL events, it will also be on the World Championships to help players. This time, we want to talk to you about the gaming review of iQOO 11 and the phone heart of iQOO. If we simply understand gaming phones, we can regard it as a flagship phone with powerful performance, so that the phone can achieve the smoothest gaming experience with exquisite pictures and various special effects. This time iQOO 11 is equipped with the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform. The theoretical data of this chip has been greatly improved compared with the previous generation, and the architecture has undergone certain changes. The previous Snapdragon flagship chip has maintained a 1+3+4 cluster architecture for a long time, while on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, it is a 1+4+3 architecture. The supercore is upgraded to Cortex X3, and the frequency is 3.2 GHz, while the performance core is upgraded to 4, the frequency is 2.8 GHz, and the energy efficiency core is downgraded to 3, the frequency is 2.0 GHz. For flagship chips, enhancing the performance of phones under medium and high loads is more in line with the product itself and the needs of user groups for phones. Compared with the previous generation, the performance of this generation of Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 has indeed been significantly improved, especially when the memory and flash memory specifications have been upgraded. The overall performance of iQOO 11 is more comfortable in the game scene. For example, in the latest Antutu running score, iQOO 11 can achieve a score of nearly 1.28 million. Among them, the scores of the GPU part and the memory part are relatively obvious, and they have been greatly upgraded compared with the previous generation products. The flash memory specification of iQOO 11 has been upgraded to UFS 4.0. Whether it is continuous reading or writing or random reading and writing, there is a relatively obvious speed increase, which can significantly improve the startup speed of the application, as well as the reading and writing of some cache data. That means faster loading of map resources. In fact, iQOO 11 also has a relatively obvious upgrade in CPU performance, but Antutu's performance is not obvious enough, perhaps due to the impact of the software's running score rules. In Geekbench 5, the single-core and multi-core performance of iQOO 11 have increased significantly, especially the multi-core performance, which has increased by more than 10%, and the single-core performance has also increased by nearly 10%. Phones have very typical single-core plus multi-core scenario requirements. For example, if a phone runs a large game in the foreground and multiple applications in the background, it needs a single-core plus multi-core scheduling method. Of course, how to run it in actual use depends on the strategies of different manufacturers. Compared with the previous generation, the peak performance of the GPU has been significantly improved. Compared with the latest Apple A16 chip, it also has obvious advantages. Whether it is peak performance or stability, it can be called the strongest at the moment. Better GPU performance means more possibilities, but the stress test of 3D Mark faces relatively high pressure, and generally speaking, there will not be such extreme usage in actual use. In order to make the running score look better, many manufacturers will set a more aggressive performance scheduling strategy for the running score software, but it will appear conservative in the actual game. This is obviously contrary to the philosophy of iQOO. It is better to say that iQOO pays more attention to the performance of phones in actual games. In order to better understand the extreme performance of iQOO 11 in the game, Yanshin was selected for the test. The phone's brightness is automatic, the Wi-Fi connection is maintained, and the game is at the highest quality. The frame rate performance is quite satisfactory. There is almost no frame drop in the whole process, and the fluctuation range is small, and the overall stability is stable. If this is not extreme enough, it is better to bring in settings that are more in line with the mobile game scene. Outdoor, high brightness, 5G. We adjusted the phone to a 5G network connection, and adjusted the brightness of the phone to the highest level. Also under the highest picture quality, Genshin Impact ran back and forth in Sumeru City, according to a fixed route. Compared with the previous test results in the Wi-Fi environment, the half-hour frame rate curve does have more fluctuations, but it is only relatively speaking. In absolute terms, iQOO 11 is not too obvious under the 5G network. Too frequent frame drops can better maintain the game experience. Why emphasize 4 5G networks and the highest brightness? Nowadays, for most flagship phones, providing users with a stable gaming experience in various environments is the most important task other than running points. However, this seemingly simple requirement is not something that all phone manufacturers can achieve. Through the 5G network and switching to the highest brightness of the phone screen, the average power consumption of Genshin Impact, with the highest image quality in iQOO 11, is about 6.2 watt. The power consumption has increased, but the stability has not been weakened too much. In fact, in the previous generation of products, the highest quality Genshin Impact under Wi-Fi generally has a power consumption of about 6 watt. Relatively speaking, the energy consumption performance of this generation of Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 has been greatly improved. The stable performance of iQOO 11 has brought a better foundation. With the performance layer, we can continue to explore the advanced operation of iQOO 11 in the field of gaming. In the past few years, phone manufacturers have been keen to add various turbo technologies to their products, and iQOO has tailored multi-turbo technology for itself. This technology is not an active function that can be freely selected by the user. Similar to other turbo technologies, it is actually difficult for users to tell whether they can positively improve the gaming experience. But judging from the actual experience from the first generation of iQOO to iQOO 11, iQOO's multi-turbo technology is obviously effective, because iQOO's gaming experience has always been at the forefront, and market feedback and consumer word of mouth have already demonstrated this. Multi-turbo technology mainly includes the central core acceleration engine, network acceleration engine, game acceleration engine, heat dissipation acceleration engine, and compilation enhancement acceleration engine. The first 4 capabilities are enabled by default, and the latter 2 capabilities can be enabled selectively by users. Let's talk about them one by one. The central core acceleration engine is a comprehensive capability, which can significantly improve the running speed of applications through deep optimization of CPU, GPU, I/O and memory, obtain faster loading speed in games, and improve the fluency of overall operation. Bring the ultimate experience. The network acceleration engine is very easy to understand. It improves the stability and speed of the network in multi-network complex scenarios, and avoids network fluctuations during the game that cause freezes and disconnections. If it is placed in a professional arena, although it can be traced back, it will be harmful to the team. The overall state is unfavorable. The game acceleration engine improves the smoothness of operation, and reduces stuttering through the deep optimization of the bottom layer of the performance SDK. At the same time, combined with the heat dissipation acceleration engine, it can maximize the advantages of the heat dissipation system, reduce the heat accumulation pressure of the chip, and bring more stable and efficient performance release. The AI acceleration engine improves application startup speed through AI prediction and intelligent scheduling resource strategies. The compilation enhancement acceleration engine also has a similar effect, but the application scenarios are different. Have you noticed that the entire multi-turbo technology is optimizing the running speed, fluency and stability of the phone, presenting an extremely silky gaming experience? For gaming events, nothing is more important than stability. iQOO uses gaming standards to improve product experience, which is iQOO's long-standing pursuit, and it is also a trust feedback to the industry and consumers. iQOO is the official machine for KPL competitions. Professional players have all kinds of brilliant micro-manipulation, and iQOO's gaming label is also stronger. But for ordinary people, how to better feel the gaming review brought by iQOO is the 1 millisecond delay that is completely undetectable by body sensation. Of course, in actual use, we can quickly open it through the shortcut panel on the left side of the game, and we don't need to use the game box to operate it. The first thing that can be realized is the switching of the performance mode of the phone. In Monster Mode, iQOO 11 will release performance more aggressively, and get better performance support in games such as Genshin Impact. At the same time, according to the upper limit of the frame rate of different games, the screen refresh rate can also be quickly changed to obtain a smoother experience. The second is the operating experience. iQOO 11 provides more diverse options. For example, in the somatosensory control mode, the tilting and raising of the phone can be mapped as an operation method, and more operations can be unlocked through pressure-sensitive button mapping. These 2 functions will have a better effect in games that require multi-finger operations, and free fingers will be more free. Finally, iQOO 11 also provides a large number of game tools to improve the experience, such as 4D game vibration, off-screen hang-up, game screen projection, etc., among which, relying on the game frame insertion function brought by the V2 chip, the power consumption and fluency of the phone can be further realized. This is also the signature function of iQOO. iQOO 11 allows ordinary players to have a gaming review like a professional player, which was unimaginable in the past. In terms of experience, iQOO 11 has widened the gap with normal flagships and gaming flagships, and both can achieve dislocation competition. On iQOO 11, you can use a lot of vocabulary to describe the body material, camera module, etc. of iQOO 11, but here I think classic is enough to describe it generally. The classic here not only refers to the iQOO family style cloud level appearance, but also the high standard on the screen of iQOO 11 as always. As the standard version, iQOO 11 uses a 6.78-inch flexible straight screen, and this is Samsung's latest E6 full sensing straight screen. In the past period of time, consumers have been constantly bombarded by manufacturers E4 and E5, and they must also understand the meaning of E6. Better luminescent materials and lower screen power consumption. This screen also has a 3200 by 1440 QHD Plus resolution specification, supports 144Hz high refresh rate, and brings a smooth operating experience for professional players and ordinary players. At the same time, this screen uses a 1440Hz high-frequency PWM dimming method, which can reduce the damage to the eyes caused by stroboscopic flicker, and achieve better eye protection effect when watching the phone under low brightness. In terms of appearance, iQOO 11 still maintains its own unique style, which is already a highly recognizable appearance heritage. Compared with other competing products in the market, iQOO has always had the advantage of misplaced competition in recent generations of products. Compared with gaming flagships, iQOO has better normal experience without losing the performance experience, such as video, compared with normal flagships, iQOO, and it can be even better in terms of performance experience. iQOO 11 is supported by the V2 chip, which can not only achieve effects such as frame insertion in the game, but also greatly improve the image. With the 50-megapixel rear triple camera of iQOO 11, it can bring a true flagship image experience. From the style point of view, the iQOO 11 sample is more pleasing, mainly because it improves the overall brightness and color saturation of the picture. In the case of a cloudy sky, we can see that the clouds in the sky show a certain brightness. The overall picture is no longer gray and dark, and has a certain sense of hierarchy. The color style of iQOO 11 is slightly warmer, which just makes people feel a certain temperature in this winter, and it looks very heartwarming. The indoor portrait segmentation is accurate, the blur effect is just right, the color consistency is also relatively good, and the overall performance is relatively outstanding. Compared with the scene seen by the naked eye, the performance of the night scene is brightened to a certain extent, and the tolerance is good. The color of the picture does not appear to be cold and white due to the brightening, and the senses are outstanding. In terms of video, iQOO, which has always insisted on breakthroughs, has achieved a leap in better effects under the blessing of V2. For all users, this time the standard version is too strong to be comprehensive. Probably considering the power consumption of mobile games, iQOO 11 has also put a lot of effort into battery life. The 5000 mAh battery and 120 watt fast charge can meet the user's battery life needs from two aspects. Something went wrong. When playing a 1080p TV series on a 5G network, the phone maintains the maximum brightness and volume, and starts playing from 100% battery. iQOO 11 can play for 6 hours and 21 minutes. This result seems to be somewhat unexpectedly durable, but considering that some video applications will be cached quickly, the phone will not be in the state of using the network for a long time, so the battery life is more outstanding. Thank you for watching this review. Write your opinion in the comments below. Have a nice day and see you soon.